Greetings, everyone, and welcome. I'm the Chancellor Soul Mike Boone. You tune in to another edition of Soul Facts, a show highlighting the history and music of legendary artists and preserving their legacies. In this edition features an artist whose earthy, gritty, suggestive manner that was characterized in his music helped map and incorporate the sounds of Southern soul from mid-1960s throughout the 1980s. Soul Fact Spotlight artist is Dr. CC himself, Mr. Clarence Carter. Born Tuesday, January 14th, 1936, in Montgomery, Alabama, in Montgomery County, Clarence Carter was born blind into a sharecropper's family. He self-taught himself the guitar by listening to blues legends such as Lightnin' Hopkins, John Lee Hooker, and Jimmy Reed. At the age of 6, Carter attended the Alabama Institution for the Deaf and Blind in Talladega County, Talladega, where he also learned to play the piano. Clarence spent his high school years at Talladega's West Side High, where he graduated in 1956. He later enrolled in Alabama State University as a music major by learning to transcribe and arrange music charts in Braille and studied classical music, where it grounded him in music theory. During the day, Clarence attended classes while playing in local nightclubs to help pay for his tuition. He graduated in 1960 with a bachelor's degree of science in music. His main goal was to become a teacher. Carter's goal was put on hold when he decided to dedicate his full time to music when he was offered a job that would have forced him to give up his nightclub gigs. With fellow ASU classmate Calvin Scott, also born blind, together they formed a duet with a backing band calling themselves Calvin and Clarence, and signed with a local indie label, Fairlane Records, and issued 2 singles, I Wanna Dance But I Don't Know How,
You know I wanna dance, but I don't know how,
and I Don't Know, Schoolgirl in 1961. Now known as the C&C Boys, they moved to Duke Records and released 4 singles on the imprint. During this period, the group backed up such notable artists such as Otis Redding and John Lee Hooker in Montgomery, Alabama, doing stops. The pair found time to record 2 of their composed tunes, Step by Step,
step by step, I'm married,
and Rooster Knees and Rice
Rooster Knees and Rice,
at Rick Hall's famed studios in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Hall overheard the band rehearsing and was very impressed and offered to mentor them. Rick Hall is credited by Carter for developing his distinctive singing and sound. The C&C Boys recorded another single on Fame entitled Regulated that caught the attention of Atlantic Records producer Jerry Wexler and inked the group to their subsidiary label, Atco. When the song failed to receive any attention, they were instantly dropped. Later billed as Clarence and Calvin and the Mellow Men, the group took a regular gig as the house band for Birmingham's 2728 Club and remained there till June, when Calvin Scott was involved in an automobile accident on the way home from a show. Scott later sued Carter for support of his medical bills, in which resulted in a conflict between the two. Soon afterwards, Calvin Scott left the band. Clarence Carter continued to perform with the group as a solo act and signed with Fame Records in 1966. He composed and recorded his first tune for the label entitled Tell Daddy, released in 1967.
Tell Daddy all about
Released as a single, the song charted number 38 on Billboard's top-selling R&B singles on January 21st of 1967. R&B pop great Etta James revived her sagging career with a remake of Tell Daddy with a little title gender change to Tell Mama that zoomed all the way to the number 10 position on January 13th of 1968.
Tell mama all about it. Tell mama what you need.
The song earned Etta James a Grammy nomination for Best R&B Vocal Performance Female, but lost to Aretha Franklin's 1967 hit Respect in 1968. You know, Etta James never liked Tell Mama. She said in an interview, "It was never a favorite of mine. Never liked it, never liked singing it, not then, not now. I almost never perform it. It's not that I don't admire the chart and the songwriter. Clarence Carter is great. Maybe it's just that I don't like being cast in the role of the great Earth Mother, the gal you come to for comfort and easy sex." Nothing was easy back then. Well, regardless of that, Tell Mama, recorded by Etta James, is considered one of the greatest soul classics of all time. Fame issued 2 singles on Clarence Carter, Thread the Needle, charting number 38 R&B on June 17, 1967, and establishing his signature slick chuckle.
Thread the needle. I think we better tell her again. Thread the needle.
And She Ain't Gonna Do Right.
She ain't gonna do right. She ain't gonna do right.
And the must-mention flip side of Tell Daddy, I Stayed Away Too Long.
I stayed away too long.
Later becoming a popular B-side by R&B legend Solomon Burke, to his A-side hit, Take Me Just As I Am, released in the summer of 1967. Clarence Carter resigned a 3-year contract with Atlantic Records and began session work at Fame Studios in November of 1967 that resulted in more charted classic hits. Atlantic Records issued his first single, Looking for a Fox, hitting number 20 R&B on February 10th, 1968.
Looking for a fox. Looking for a fox. Looking for a fox.
The second, Funky Fever, released in late spring, stalled in the lower position of the R&B chart, number 48 on June 8th.
It's called funky, funky fever. It's funky.
As the company tried to push Funky Fever, its B-side would gain Clarence Carter international recognition and his first million seller, Slip Away.
Can you slip away? Slip away. Slip away.
In a 1970 interview with David Nathan, the ambassador of soul of the UK, in Blues and Soul magazine, Clarence Carter said that Slip Away was originally written for a girl, but changed the lyrics and the arrangements. The only thing that didn't change, he said, was the title. The song was based on infidelity, Carter's notorious affection towards another man's woman to lure her for a sexual encounter.
Can you slip away? Slip away.
Slip Away charted number 2 on Billboard's R&B singles on October 12, 1968. A classic LP entitled This Is Clarence Carter, his first on the label, released during the fall of '68, hit number 49 on the R&B LP charts on October 19th. That same month in October, Clarence Carter returned back to Fame Studios to record more collaborated material, resulting in another masterpiece single. His second million seller, Too Weak to Fight.
I'm too weak to fight. Listen to me, baby.
Issued during the holiday season of 1968, the song climbed to the number 3 position R&B on January 18, 1969. Its flip side, Let Me Comfort You, another classic,
So let me comfort you. Oh, baby.
continued to showcase more infidelity that futuristically became an art tradition in its compositions. With 2 million sellers under his belt, Clarence Carter was now added in the top of the R&B roster, fast becoming the true essence and representation of Southern soul music.